keep it alive. Alright, let's hope this works well. Excellent stream quality, good. Stream health, that's what I need. Okay, this is excellent. Okay, we're looking excellent. Excellent. Let's get back to this. But there was a lot of twitching. It was micro movements, and my DPI was off. Oh, that was killing me. My DPI was for just scrolling through things because I was all tabbed, re-putting up the chat window that wasn't up anymore. So I was like, I had a significantly higher DPI than I thought going into that. That was interesting. I'm just glad it's easy to switch. I'm just glad it's easy to switch. Let's not talk about the overreaction. We're okay though. We're fine. Everything is okay. Yeah. Yeah. I think we're good. I don't know. We're gonna do it though. It don't matter. Yeah, it was interesting. Oh, I don't know if that came through the mic, but oh my. Oh, that felt so good. Oh. Oh, that felt so good. Can I aim now? Oh yeah, look at that. Oh, I can aim. Oh. Oh, that's better. Oh. Oh, that, oh. Yeah. That's generally why I do wrist exercises every few hours. Is so that locking up doesn't happen. I don't always feel it completely, but like, when I have a feeling it is, and I just give it a few little stretches, just good to go. Oh. Oh, that's happy times. I'm happy. Let's go to the third floor. How you doing, man? You're just sitting in a survival. Yep. It's just sitting in it. I mean, we are just sitting in survival. We're getting it done though, as it matters. Told myself I was getting this done this year. Happening. How you doing though? Isn't that the truth, man? I mean, that's all we're ever doing here in this world nowadays. We're just trying to survive. Not nowadays, I think it's just been like that forever. Just the circumstances of surviving have drastically changed over time. I hear you on that. I hear you. Under 70 minutes. We'll be 50% done. Oh, what? Under 70 minutes. 50% done. You got some oral surgery done on Monday. I hope you're healing well from that, man. Matters there is hopefully the root, if it's pun intended at this point or not, but the root cause was fixed. As I was saying that, my brain's like, that could be a pun there. Not that right? Good wording there, dumbass. I'll just go with it. It's already out there. Oh, existence. Teeth are gone. Your insurance covering our dentures? I know they're really expensive. Dentures be... They are? Okay, good. Well, what I can say is from knowing people that have had dentures, it's a bit easier to brush your teeth once you get dentures. So... I mean, I just tried to give you a positive there, man. How long is your recovery going to be, though, for your teeth? I know it's usually a really long recovery when you have all your teeth removed. I don't know how many you had removed, but I know it's usually about a 3 month or so. And then is it going to be after like those 3 months you're going to go in for sizing for your dentures and everything? Or is there like a miracle that has been fixed where you can get that done faster? 3 to 4 weeks? Yeah. That's what I figured. No, actually 3 to 4 weeks. I said 3 months. Wow. Really good. That's impressive. You had really good doctors then or dentists work on your teeth. Congratulations. Like huge congratulations on that. That's massive. Oh, that's awesome. Wow. I'm impressed. Usually they waited longer for that. I wanted to see, like, I mean, I haven't, like, looked into dentures or anything like that. The associations I have, they got their dentures many moons ago, so I'm talking, like, over 10 years ago type deal. So it's good to see that there has been progress made in that field. That's really good. That's awesome. Holy shit. On January? A month? Wow. Yeah. Yeah, nice. That's awesome. That is awesome. Wow. Congratulations. Congratulations. When you get those dentures, you're going to have such a better quality of life, and that's the most important thing. That is the most important thing, is preserving quality of life wherever you can, within reasonable means. You know, that was the one thing I always heard, was just the quality of life being whenever they got the dentures. And it was massive. That's awesome. You're grateful for that? Yeah, it's really something to be grateful for. I remember your diet before you told me. I mean, you actually really get to enjoy real food again. That's just awesome. That was one of the best things that you can ask for. You're not going to be limited on your diet besides, like, you know, other things that may limit you, but to not have your teeth limit to you is perhaps the best thing to not have limit to you, because then it really opens you up to a lot of different foods. That's good. How long did the, or how many teeth did they pull in total there? Hell yeah, tacos and cereal first. That's actually stupid exciting. Like crunchy tacos again. Oh man, without feeling like your gums are gonna bleed everywhere. Oh, it's gonna be the sauce right there. Do you have the cereal planned? What type of cereal are you going in for? At least 25 to 30 teeth? That's a lot. Holy hell. That had to have been a long operation. That had to have been a long operation. Wow. That had to have been a really long operation. I'm glad everything went through smoothly with that. 2 hours, yeah, that sounds about right. That sounds about right. If they care about you, it'll take 2 hours. So that's good. That's good. Anything less, it would have been a worry. It would have been some rushed job done there. And they took their time and they cared about you. That's good. Those are such good classics. Honeycomb and golden gram. I haven't had golden grams in forever. Wow, you brought me back with that one. Good choices there. Good choices there. Oh. Just follow the doctor's orders. You'll be able to enjoy those things soon enough. That's awesome. Oh, I already got it all planned out. That is gonna be one mighty fine cheat day. That is one mighty fine cheat day right there. Oh. You made lasagna for Thanksgiving before you pulled their teeth? Nice. Lasagna is always a good option at the end of the day. Lasagna is so yummy. We don't really celebrate holidays at all or anything like that, but Danny did make turkey and everything because of course it goes on sale and becomes dirt cheap, so we had a traditional Thanksgiving dinner at the end of the day, but we had that in the beginning of the month. The particular the day that Thanksgiving lands on, it was a good day. It was a good day. I spent most of it theory crafting, but it was a good day. But yeah, we take advantage of the sales that happen during holidays, but we don't really celebrate holidays. Yeah, it was a good day though. It was a good day. Did everyone there have a good Thanksgiving as well? Especially Miss Princess. Did she have a good one? It's extremely important. And what does she get to have for the Thanksgiving too? Yeah, they do? Awesome. I love hearing that. Like, I'm not like a Scrooge against holidays. I just personally don't care to celebrate them, but for anybody that does, when I hear they have a good one, it's extremely grateful. It's always good to hear. It's a day that you're supposed to be wanting to get together with your family and everything, so you can have those good moments. have a family, get to spend it with. That's so important. Like me, I haven't celebrated my birthday since I was like 12. I'm more or less just, I mean, I've said it before, in Ladies Channel and everything. I'm just one of those people that I'm just grateful to be alive every day. So I kind of like, holidays just lost a lot of the allure, if you will, or and stuff like that once like my mindset became that, and I was just like, I don't really find a point. If someone does celebrate a holiday, I'll typically wish them, you know, whatever that particular holiday may be. Like I even do the same with, you know, random people, just be, you know, I hope you have a good holiday and stuff like that. And Thanksgiving, whatever it may be for the occasion, for the universal holidays, if you will. Oh, that's sweet. I love that. That's really sweet. See, that's a reason to not celebrate it. Like that's a reason to celebrate it every year. It's essentially what I was getting at there. Yeah. Yeah. And yeah, that's what Dannymae. She has been getting insanely good at Thanksgiving dinner. Like she cooked good Thanksgiving dinner regardless for her first one that she did some years ago, but over the years of her just refining out her recipes and all that, it's good. It's good. Really, really good. It's impressive. I like that she doesn't accept her recipe as final. She always tries to keep her mind open for different things and all that. Ah, it was so good. I had a small plate because I just can't. Like, I'm predominantly vegan, so I was able to have a fair bit of what Thanksgiving dinner was, but not all of it at the end of the day. I did have some turkey. Some, as in I just grabbed the leg and I went for that. I was like, you know what? If I'm gonna have problems digesting this, I'm gonna do it right. I have the leg. Oh, worth. Oh god, I miss meat. I just don't digest meat well anymore. So, it's unfortunate. I still have it on occasion because, like, I don't care. I like it. It tastes damn good. My body's happy with it until, like, you know, final stages type deal, but like outside of that, like my body's like, I like the nutrients and everything like that, and then like, yeah, the end of it all now. Like I do have chicken bone broth though with my rice all the time. It's cooked in chicken bone broth and water, so I do get that with my standardized meal prep. But that's because being vegan, you get pretty nutrient deficient, and that helps make up for a lot of the nutrient deficiencies. Bone broth is so rich with nutrients. It's a phenomenal thing. That for some reason I handle well, which I don't let me even try to understand that. I just respond to how my body responds. I go with whatever it says it wants to do at the end of the day. I should be close enough for the ancient. So that was fun. I like Malice. He is fun. Are we good, boys? What are we? No, you're not. Oh, you're scared. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. No, just go, come back. What are you doing? Hold on here. Give me a moment. I'll deal with all of you in a moment. Let me just toss that out. Toss that out. Can we come back here, boys? What about you? Okay, you. Is that actually hold position? Okay, can you get back here? Yeah, thank you. You come on. Okay. All right. Is that gonna work? Are you holding? What about you? Are you holding position? Like, what are you doing? You're kind of moving. I don't like that. You don't move usually. What about that? Does that work? We okay? Are we alright now? You just got thrown way the hell back. You're not okay. It's okay. Yeah, y'all are fine. Alright? Did you all stay? Okay, hold on here. Did we stay? Are we good? Yeah, we stayed. Okay. Jesus. Thank you. I'm glad to. We did get bad news with disability, but it's whatever at the end of the day. It's whatever. It's just time for me to put the hustle and grind into what I can. So, it's life. I'm just just some 30-year-old that needs disability, but it looks like a want, I guess. I don't know. It's okay though. Oh, I'm gonna be pushing just in a different direction. I can put in the hours, I just need the breaks whenever I actually need them for meds, so... That's the one problem with the whole thing. That's why I can't get a normal job, but I'm gonna put in the hours. Let's just go put them in somewhere else at this point. And it starts with this world record at this point. Get this done, make build video, make all my other build videos, keep working on my workout and motivation content, and just put in 300 hours a month. Even if it takes me 500 hours a month, with my breaks included. I don't care. I missed the YouTube one. My bad there. This stupid YouTube community guideline thing is just like so in my face about it. I was just, yeah. Anyways, let me see here, Walter. Would it be down to do an endurance run when you get Mesa on PC? I don't know. I might. I have a lot of builds to do. A lot of builds, man. I don't really have time for fun runs, would be the easiest way to say it. With me getting denied with disability, I kind of just gotta push hard on trying to make something. So, if streaming was my predominant way, I was gonna try to do that, sure, but it isn't. It's gonna be making build videos, and I'm predominantly just using the streaming as a platform to document it, since I spent the past month trying to figure out how the hell to actually do this, and I'm just glad I was able to. So, yeah. My apologies there, Walter. Getting used to 2 chats at once. I wonder if there's a way to get rid of that community guidelines thing there. I just hit learn more, is that gonna work? Let's see. Nope, that didn't work. Go, worth a try. Worth a try. Yeah. Unfortunately, Walter, that's kind of the reality where I'm at. I used to do teaching runs way back in the day when I was trying to make streaming my full-time, but that just didn't work out well. Not so much the teaching runs, just streaming full-time. Not that great of a streamer because of the breaks I need to take, so wasn't able to really keep up numbers. I would get numbers but couldn't keep them. So plus endurance is extremely niche when it comes to watching. I just don't mind documenting it and then getting to talk with my community easier. Yeah, that'll help a bit with money, having your own financial firm. Congratulations on that, Emma. Huge congratulations. That's a huge achievement to be very, very proud of. It really, really is. I can't imagine the amount of work you had to put in to get yourself there. I really can't. That's a hard thing to be able to achieve. Oh, that's very nice. Having good mentors to teach you how to to create a system, that's smooth and easy to run is extremely beneficial. And we're blessed for that. Very blessed. It's just good that you took on to all the lessons that they taught you as heavily as you did, so that you were able to create that environment successfully. It's huge. That's huge. That in itself is an achievement in hard work, is to be able to shadow correctly. It takes a lot of hard work and sacrifice to be able to shadow correctly. So don't knock it off. Don't knock your work that you did put in. I can say that. Yo, what's good, Anna? How you doing? Yes, you're witnessing it. You're witnessing it. Got the stream figured out. Got it all live. We hitting that world record up. We hitting that world record up. Am I using macros? I have a hold macro, yeah. Yes, I do. I've been using a hold macro now for like 6 years. All my runs. Yes, I do use a hold macro. DE has generally accepted 2 action macros as long as you actually have to do the action. That goes back to the days of spin to win days. So I keep it to 2 actions, as that's what has been generally accepted. I use Logitech software for it, not AutoHotkey. So much more limited than AutoHotkey. How do you get specters? The Vault Spectre, you're just going to need to have the weapons you need, but you're going to want to do captures for those. Tier 1 captures will give you, first star, tier 2, second star, tier 3, third star, and then so on and so forth with that. Up to, I think it's 5 stars, if I remember correctly. 4 or 5. But you'll do rescues to do that. I would read on the Wicca, because they do have I don't know if they still have circumstances to it on exactly what you need to do to get which tier. So, AHK is goated. I like AHK, but I'm gonna be honest, like, the amount of stuff that you can do with AHK, like, a little bit beyond what I'm willing to do at the end of the day. Like, I have Carpal Tunnel and Raynaud's in my hands, so that's why I use a macro, because I got Carpal Tunnel running Octavia without a macro. So, that was that whole thing there. That was extremely painful. I did a 28.5-hour run, and let me tell you, the pain was excruciating with Octavia. Oh man, this was 6 years ago? Yeah, something like that, I don't know. Somewhere around there. Maybe been a little less. Yeah. Otherwise I wouldn't use macros, to be fair, but like, if you don't want carpal tunnel, use a macro. And don't get crazy about it. Do 2 actions, 2 simple actions, don't go crazy with it on there. I even set my own to my own reaction time. So, because with the Logitech software, you can actually have it pick up your true reaction time. So I'll sit there and run the macro for like a couple minutes just hitting the key bindings until fatigue kicks in, and then I delete everything right up to the point where fatigue kicks in. Because like otherwise I could put it to a 50 millisecond or like spacing in between each of the actions, and then that would just explode like my overall kills per hour. Healed up for the most part. I still have both of them. So it's just they're under manageable control. I've learned exercises to do and everything like that, and the appropriate time to play before it acts up and everything. So having it now for so many years, you're either gonna figure out how to live with it, or you're gonna let it run your life. You know, and I'm not one of those people. I'm gonna figure that damn shit out. I don't care. I enjoy Warframe Endurance. That's why I started the game so many years ago. So I don't want to give it up. I enjoy it. Plus, I've always brought a niche to the endurance field with my endurance runs at the end of the day. Not enough content creators are willing to go and do endurance anymore. Quote-unquote endurance and like a, what is it called? Disruption now. That's minor testing. Minor testing, in my opinion. I want to know how the frame does and the weapon setup and all of that does when it comes to long haul killing. You know, you can kill a few mobs here and there well, but can you kill hordes of mob well enough to never use an oxygen capsule in a survival? That's what I'm interested in. That type of stuff interests me. But I also get muted there. Yeah. But I also get, you know, everybody has their own playstyle. That's why I'm grateful Disruption even came out, because a lot of people don't like sitting in missions forever. You know? Especially when you're just trying to test something baseline, you want to know, like, how does this just do? You know? The old Voki days was a huge incentive, and I don't like the relic system. As somebody who has cracked now 593 relics in this individual mission, I hate relics. This is so dumb. I want keys. Like, I wouldn't care if it was the same key the whole time at the end of the day. I'm just collecting ducats for a mod drop chance booster. I don't care. That's the reality there. I got other means I make plat with, don't worry about that. You didn't care for endurance until you saw my content? Oh, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I run a very old school style of endurance. I learned from people like Summit, not Summit 1G, but Summit. If you type in Summit Warframe, you'll see what I'm talking about. He hasn't made content in many years because people are stupid as shit. Not him, but you'll see the drama on his channel, just put it that way. It's unfortunate. He was one of the most brilliant individuals that I had actually seen in the space. But yeah, I run a very, very unique old school playstyle that isn't really kept alive anymore. Very few people do it. Very few people do it. People that I talk to on occasion in the world record pushing community are often like this, so I'm used to it with them, but it's such a very small niche community. Like, I really only know, nowadays at least, like vaguely I know Dannymae. That's about it. It was the old world record holder before the 75-hour run that took place. But I haven't talked to him in probably close to 2 years now. It's been about there. That's why I say vaguely know at this point. No real reason, we just haven't messaged each other. So I mean, it's just what you see here, man. You gotta have just a lot of patience. I picked it up, like, I didn't learn it directly from Summit. I only actually got to talk to Summit after I had already learned how to do all this. I had gained access to be able to talk to him because I had gotten into the very old Endurance Discord that used to be around. I don't know if it still is. I ended up leaving it because there's too many elitist little shitbags being like, I don't care what you did. You don't run that. It's not meta. And I'm just, get the hell out of here, kid. Shut up. I don't want to hear about your meta speak. Fucking hell. I hate it. Don't talk to me about meta. Just enjoy the goddamn game and what you want to play. If it works, it's fucking good. Oh, it's so annoying. I don't go off of meta. I just do my own testing, and what I enjoy is what I play. I don't give a shit what's meta. If I remember correctly, I remember you from back in the day, Mac. If I'm thinking of the right person, you were on my channel a good while ago. Back when, like, the years you're talking about, however, health was also multiplicative. So everybody was ass because we only had like 5 weapons in the game that could fucking go to level cap and 4 strategies. Like, it was so messed up. Oh, the Arc Plasma is beautiful, man. My favorite gun in the game. I haven't touched Incarnate because I'm just not interested in a lot of builds that are headshot based. Really, really not. I know Mag's a headshot magnet, but I don't care. Just can't be bothered with it. Can't be bothered with relying off of the headshots. I hate headshot builds. I get the strength and everything. Like, they're stupid strong. Don't get me wrong. Headshots are stupid strong in this game. I just don't care. Yeah, it's been a long. Yeah. I was gonna say I remember you from way back, way back. You were there when I did my world first level cap in Steel Path the day it came out. I remember that. You were around for those days.
Chasing whatever kills for so long.
Yeah, I've heard of that. I've seen a few different things with creating infinite bubbles with mag and everything. I actually like the creativity I've seen with people with mag lately. Have I given Energize a go? No, I actually haven't. Not any particular reason outside of the fact that the resources. But yeah, I've heard a lot of good things about that weapon. But yeah, the Exergise? Is that Exergise? That is a weapon I haven't yet played with because it's just I hate Fortune. Hurry up. Hurry up. I just haven't cared to spend the plat on it until I'm out of ammo. I haven't cared to spend the plat on it though, either. Because I know I could just buy it with plat at the end of the day. But I'm going to make from this run, I don't know, that's untold, because by the time I'm done with this run, likely the patch may be out, so there'll be a huge reduction. Steel Essence are limited based on a weekly allowance, so... The main thing I make from this run, if we're going to put it into plat value, would probably be Endo, which it depends on what you do with the Endo at the end of the day. So... I've gotten 103,000 Endo and 23,913 mobs. Relics cap out at 256 rotational rewards after 21.5 hours, or 256 rewards. Yeah, I no longer receive rotational rewards, so that's capped out, unfortunately. Which sucks. But yeah. This particular, like, I would never do a void tile set if I was looking to make plat. I would do other tile sets of the old star chart. They seem to have better drop rates of different various things depending on what you're looking for. But yeah. Unfortunately, you no longer get rotational rewards. I get a free rad relic every 5 cracks, and that's through the endless bonus. But yeah. I don't know how much plat though. Really not much. I don't do this so much for the plat as I just do it for my own enjoyment. This is something to push myself. If I was optimizing for plat, I would have extracted out of here as soon as I hit the Void Trace cap. Everything after that essentially becomes net diminishing returns, and it grows greater over time. No, not 1.5 hours, 21.5 hours. Sorry about that. Slight speech impediment from brain damage. Slight speech impediment. But yeah, 21.5 hours in survival. If you do any other endless mission, it's 256 rotational rewards, so it just depends on what you're actually doing. And after that, everything after is you don't get any rotational rewards from. So I'm doing this for 69.5 hours without rotational rewards. How are you popping the nully bubbles? A few different ways. Just the natural rate of fire that's happening between my specters and myself. And also when this specter right here, the offspring, shoots into the bubble, when there's no mobs in it, it'll create just a bunch of projectiles in there, and when you blow that bubble forcefully, or it pops itself, all those projectiles go flying out, and it breaks the bubbles. It has a high likelihood of breaking bubbles with that. So. You'll see one pop through on occasion, but generally popping it just through offspring. And depending on how the Plasmor wants to bounce, that can aid in it too. But it's not as consistent. So I don't know how much it would really be to rely off of that happening. Sounds good, Mac. You take care. Thank you for stopping on by. I hope your work goes by quickly so you can get home and relax. It is lagging here. Mac, when you've been watching me for so long, how the hell you ain't? Why you ask me if I'm using a macro? You were around when I the macro. When I let the macro go crazy. Oh, wait, I just processed that. Oh, that was back when the days when I had it on like the minimal setting, like 50 milliseconds using motivational to kill everything, with hundreds and hundreds of toxin procs. That was a wild build. I would never do that again, because back then Acolytes actually stayed level 125. They never scaled past that. So they were significantly easier to kill. Like, I would not try a level cap Acolyte with that. I wouldn't even try a level 500 Acolyte with that. The Muto Cernos is a really fun weapon, but not that strong. Not that strong, even with the ribbon that I have for it. I have a damage multi-shot ribbon, if I remember correctly. That was damage. Most positive. I know it's multi-shot because I had a 7 or 8 multi-shot on the thing. It's ridiculous. A full squad for like 10 hours. I've done a few like 9-hour runs with squads before. It's just all dependent off of people being able to do rotational. Unless you really just want to be dumb and sit there forever and not have the willingness to be able to get up. But yeah, I've done rotational groups before in the past. I don't know if I would do it now, as I'm getting back into full-time content creation, so my focus is trying to get these build videos out as fast as possible, but yeah. I've done 10 hours in the past with a squad. What we used to do way back was run 2 duo squads, and then we could just switch. And you would always have at least 2 people there. Even, I would say in today's day and age, you could just have 4 people run solo builds. And it really wouldn't matter. Did I get that? Okay. I can't tell. I have what I like to call the malice ephemera, so... It's just his damn bubble being constantly stuck on you. And the really annoying thing about this, too, is the longer you go and the more he puts on you and the more bug on you, the more intense the visuals get. I'm just glad I have all the visuals turned down in this one. Oh, that does remind me. 3rd floor. I don't know if you are still here. It's fine if you're not. I'll just say this in general. If you're on console, and especially like Switch, there's a very low likelihood of you being able to do very long runs because of the strain it puts on the hardware itself. Like, I have to run special settings and all of that type of stuff, which I will be coming out with a video with, because it's a lot easier to do that than to try to remember everything off the top of my head, and I don't really want to pause, but I have a completely different set of settings when it comes to doing these runs, or long runs in general, because there's a high likelihood of things crashing. Warframe is an extremely unstable game if you play with the wrong settings on. I mean extremely unstable, like you'll get crashed within, like, I've heard people crashing in a few hours. So, Warframe is very, very unstable. I've just learned over the years of testing and failing and crashing over and over again, pretty much all the settings you want to disable. I'm still learning right now. Like, I have some that I'm doing a test with this run, that's why I don't want to speak fully on things. There's a fair bit of settings that I am testing this run, because besides the 35.5 hour run that I did recently, I haven't done much testing, and I heard that I saw video evidence of the guy when he extracted, he was at like 12 FPS for 75 hours. So I'm going to be curious to know if my stuff really holds out as long as I think it does. What's good, Gamble? How you doing, homie? Their netcode's fucking garbage. It is garbage. Wants 10 megabytes a second from host. Oh, that's why I never crash? Oh, interesting. I have a 40 meg upload, so... And downloads like 200, 300. Oh, that explains a lot why I don't have issues. Thank you. That makes a lot of sense. I have disabled a few settings to try and see, like, otherwise, but also there are a few other things. How you doing, though, man? It's always good to see you. I've known Gamble for years. At this rate, what has it been? 4 years since 3 years I've known you, Gamble? Oh my lord, it has been. Oh my lord. Holy hell. Yeah, I specifically, when I got my internet plan, I called my internet company up and I told them what I do and that I need more upload. They take away some download even. I don't care. They took away a lot of download. They took away a lot of download for me to get this upload. But I didn't, it's still functionable. So, it doesn't matter. So I gave up. That's YouTube auto detection for you. You say like one wrong word that doesn't take it into context, it'll just keep deleting it. It's nothing can be done there. That is the way of the YouTube. And the dual bandwidth on hosting and streaming, that's unfortunate. That's unfortunate. I could see that you wouldn't have much left with 20. Yeah, I was gonna say. You generally want around 10 megs free in your upload at the bare minimum. Like, yeah. Are you like using a macro, or how are you still playing? I have a hold macro, Kuba. As long as I hold it down, my it shoots and it casts my magnetize. I use hold macros though. I don't use what's it called? I don't use like macros outside of that. I don't really like to. I know they're generally allowed, but I don't like to go that far. I use Logitech software for it, so extremely limited. I don't like using auto hotkey. But yeah, I got carpal tunnel and Raynaud's, so I generally... I would like to not cause more pain. What do you do when you go to... Oh, I just pause. It's solo home. Yeah. You pause the game and then you can just go ahead and minimize it, and it runs it as a background program. And it takes a lot of the load off the PC. It'll bring your temps down and everything, and it just runs it at idle. It's an absolutely wonderful thing, a necessary thing to do. If you like your computer, at least. If you like your computer. Yeah, so some people don't. But yeah, it runs it as a background, like to the point where I can edit videos on Premiere Pro while I have the game paused in the background. So, and I have a 2060 for my GPU, and my CPU is only like an i7-10400. Might even be an i5. I don't know 100%. It's been too damn long. Years I've had this PC. This PC's going on like 4 years old now. So, yeah. Yeah, mine's a 10400. I can't remember. I don't bother overclocking, so I didn't really care if it was unlocked or not. But yeah, 10400. That much I had memorized. Yeah, it's not the greatest. It's not the greatest. I bought it back when like the PC prices first jumped. I used the COVID relief check that we got here in the United States, so it was cheaper to buy a pre-built, sadly enough, than actually build my own PC by almost double. It was insane. It was insane. So, but I already knew my computer was getting close to the point of needing an upgrade anyways, so I was like, well, I might as well, you know.
Are you ready?
And it's all just trial and error, you know. You can't be really scared, to be honest. You just gotta throw your face into it. That's the best way I can honestly say it. Don't be afraid to try or to fail. Don't be. Don't think that this is what you're seeing here is just an overnight success. This is 2,500 hours of theory crafting and failing. Just in endurance, the past month, I have failed over 60 hours of runs. No, that's not including theory crafting. 60 hours of runs I have failed this month alone. I've been working on this build for 5 years, since before shield gating existed and all of that. Yeah. And no help to see. That's actually a really cool gamble. That's actually really cool. I did that a few times back when I was streaming. I had some people, it wasn't level cap runs. This was back in the day when it took 14 hours to get the level cap. So, yeah. About that. And I was always running solo, or duo essentially, with like one other person, or just a bunch of like 3 other people that haven't actually gone the high level before. I would just bring Octavia and I would sit in the background. Like, if you need help, let me know. I was mainly there, like, if they died or went down, I could just res them so they could get back into the fight. I would just clear things up really fast and then res them really quick. It was interesting times. Why does my fire rate? Okay. Those were interesting times. It was before shield gating and everything though. So it was those were rough times. Doing anything before shield gating. That's why I ran Octavia. Because it was before shield gating. I had only gotten mag at that point, I think maybe to like 2300, 2400 at most. Before shield gating even came out, the highest I'd ever gotten mag was 7700 in old ODS. For steel path and everything, health was still multiplicative and not additive for enemy health and armor. I mean, Anna, I'm predominantly a solo player for a reason, to be fair. You know, it's one of those things. You can't rely off of other people being around when you can just do it yourself. If you happen to and they're online, awesome, but trying to meet up schedules in this game I have found to be an extremely hard thing. Extremely hard thing. It's one of the hardest games I've actually had to meeting up schedules with people. So, I've never actually touched that frame. I mean, but to be fair, like, cheesing it is never a bad idea because it gives you the ability... Oh, you mean Vauban. Okay, okay. Vauban's a lot of fun. Vauban's a lot of fun. Vauban is definitely a lot of fun. But, it's... Even if you do cheese it, like, my first level cap in survival was with Octavia, like 5 years ago, so... Those Octavia and Ivar were essentially your real choices back then, unless you were a god at whatever frame you played. Then there was some exceptions to the rule. But yeah, it's never bad to just cheese it first so you can experience it. Because the amount of damage that gets done to you is something you really have to experience, because their accuracy is so much higher. You won't get the same experience unless you're at the level. Because accuracy is of enemies is absolutely absurd once you hit around 4,000, which is 3.5 hours in. After, you'll have really fast scaling from 3 hours to 3.5 hours. They'll go from like, what is it, like 900 to 3,900, something like that. And then after that, they'll go to 14 levels a minute. Or is it 12? 12 to 14 levels a minute, I can't exactly remember, until you're at 8.5 hours for cap. Getting to experience like the accuracy increase and all of that is something that I think is well worth taking the time to just cheese with, even. Because if you don't plan to just be playing stealth frames all the time, best scaling weapon, it depends on your frame. Goes from Stormtrooper to, yeah, it does. It goes very, very quickly. I think they left that as multiplicative when it came to it, that's why. I think that was one of the few things they left multiplicative, that and damage. And then they made health and armor additive. Would be my guessing. Because, yeah, the accuracy gets absolutely insane so fast. And then as their damage goes up, it becomes even more deadly the more mobs you got only focused on you. It becomes absolutely terrifying if you don't have things set up correctly to be able to avoid it. But yeah, I would definitely recommend cheesing. And just kind of play around with different weapons to what feels good for you, because depending on how you are as a player is going to really heavily depend on what becomes a meta weapon for you at the end of the day, based on how, you know, the environment that's produced off of your playstyle. That's generally what I have found. But Plasmor's good. Plasmor's good. Good weapon. So essentially, you really can't go wrong when you look at the overframe tier list that they have. There's a lot of really good weapons there. You just find one that suits your playstyle, and you can kind of just go with that. You got a lucky god roll ribbon, so you have a lot of very nice, very nice. I can say my Plasmor doesn't even have a ribbon on it. You'll get the build later on when the run's done, of course, but it doesn't even have a ribbon on it. To give you an idea with this weapon, Mag's a strong frame. So I don't know how well it would perform without Mag. I haven't done a low-key test on Plasmor yet. I generally use low-key for when it comes to testing weapons, because he doesn't really give any buffs, and it makes just a nice, comfortable environment to play with. I could use Revenant too, I guess, to be completely fair, but I have to buy him still. I haven't touched Revenant since his rework of his, whatever his shield ability is. Like, the last time I played Revenant was back when, if the mob did more health than your health pool, it didn't matter if you had shield up, you just died. You just died instantly. But before that, it would absorb hits. So... Oh, I've already denied a lot of people with runs. With me receiving the news that I received about this ability, I'm back into full-time trying to make content creation. But instead of streaming this time, I'm going to be smart and just make build videos. I stream to document, and that's as far as it goes. That's why there's like no webcam or really overlays or anything like that. This is just bare bones minimum stuff. So... I have denied on not helping anybody. You can learn from my runs. You can ask questions on them, and I'll give you that. I'll always say the best thing you can do is just get yourself in there and try and fail. That's how I learned. Nobody got me to level cap besides me. That's the reality of that. Whenever I saw high levels, I had already been to those levels solo. I think there was maybe one exception to... Oh, with the electric procs. I think there's one exception to that. And that was when I was like really freshly starting. A bunch of guys took me on a Heracon run because they needed a limbo. So, I was doing my job the whole time. I didn't need to kill anything. My job wasn't to kill a damn thing. My job was to stand there and make sure that that bubble... I don't like the way that turned off. My bubble worked correctly. That was my only job. So I just sat there and looked pretty. I did my job though. I did it. Yeah, Disruption's a really good place to learn first, because the level cap does not take long to get there. It really doesn't. And then expand out. Like me, I started with Interception because there was no Disruption. To give you an idea. And that was because I didn't have to worry about how many mobs do I gotta kill an hour, my oxygen, and all of this other nonsense. It was just keep your bases up and then kill mobs on occasion and keep them CC for the most part. So that's why I chose Interception to begin with, because it gave me a lot of freedom. It wasn't until like well after, like I had already done 500 rounds of solo old Zinni before I had even touched survival and started working on level cap for it. It's a whole different monster at the end of the day. Anno, I will let you know you're only bad at modding because you haven't tried enough. Eventually, with throwing random mobs in, you'll get a right combo. Yeah, see, well, with the Eximus changes, it's not as necessary, and plus with the health and all that. But yeah, I predominantly always use CC in a lot of things. I'm one of the few at the end of the day. But this is one of the few situations where CC is actually required when you're in a solo survival to level cap. That actually becomes a requirement, or to whatever hour range after level cap, essentially. It becomes a bit more of a requirement. But for most things in the game, like, you really don't need CC. You really don't. And it's just about burning that bitch down as fast as possible. We have so much damage nowadays in comparison to back in the day, and then their health pool got lower on top of it. It's like, well, the damage potential is insane once you find a weapon that works for you and like the frame you're running. So it's so nice. At least mainly with primaries. I think besides heavy attack builds, melee is in a bad spot, but heavy attack builds are so damn strong. If you can build good heavy attack efficiency and all that, it's insane the amount of damage you can get with heavy attack builds. With all the forced slash and everything. I don't blame you. The world record currently for level cap is 45 minutes in Disruption for speedrunning. It's insane. You should watch that run, man. 200, do you have Prime Short-Footed on there? If you do, get it. There's no other option. I don't care about the other options there. If you have Prime Short-Footed, get that. But I don't know if that's day 400, but I think it's day 200 for the first time. Oh, okay. If you are a melee main, Fury. If you're... I think Prime Vigor got buffed, didn't it? Didn't it? Was that slightly buffed? I don't know if it's worth anything now. It depends on the level you go. If you're going to level cap, Vigor is worthless. It's actually a hindrance, I think. Shred is good in select situations. But yeah, they're like all good choices. It just depends on what you're currently doing. Yeah, that's what I thought it was nowadays, Gamble. Like back in the day, I used to run duo comps, 2 duo comps for long endurance, but nowadays it's so easy to get the level cap and kill at level cap. You really just, anybody runs whatever they can comfortably kill at level cap with. And then Disruption, I don't know what they were running for it. I'd really have to look into it more, like pay attention. I kind of just casually watched the run on speedrun.com. But yeah, is nice for general EPH. Oh wow, that's good to know. For everyday play, that's cool. That's cool. So yeah, like sub 200 or so, 300 depending on the frames. Some frames of course can go higher. Vigor would be nice if you predominantly are going to be sticking around that range and only occasionally going at high levels. Prime Fury if you're a melee lover, if you love your melee, and then Prime Shred if you like punch through builds a lot. Because it really, that's all that matters. If you like punch through builds a lot, it's a good choice. But that would also be if your weapon doesn't innately have punch through. So that's why I said it's like when you don't have Prime Short-Footed there, it's really whatever you want to do. But once Prime Short-Footed shows up, that's the mandatory option. That's essentially how those login things go. Goofing around, Prime Vigor works? Yeah, okay. That's good. It used to be really bad. It used to be a hindrance to use at the end of the day because it was a waste of a mod, so I'm glad to hear after the mod reworks that they did here recently with the companion rework and everything, it actually was given some good love. That's awesome. We are about to hit 50% done. Oh man, here it comes. We got it under 2 minutes. Oh, just, I sell them for ducats, more than likely, unless like the market price is really good, and I can buy like a significant amount more ducats worth, you know, a single trade, then yeah, that's a different story, but yeah. Most part ducats. Ducats. I love mid ducats. Gamble knows, he was around. Gamble knows. He was around. He was around. Oh, man. I still thank Dark for that to this day. I haven't talked to the guy in forever, but just thank it through the universe, if you will. You know, same thing with this vault. You got up to like 1 year. I had a year and a half at the most, is what I had. I had a year and a half. Actually, when I came back this time around, I still had a couple days left on my mod drop chance booster. It was absurd. It was absurd. I had taken like over a year, like I taken like over a year break, came back, and I still had mod drop chance booster. Yeah, I don't blame him. I really don't. I watched them destroy the game he loved to play, so I can't say they haven't fully destroyed mine. Like they're well on the way for it, but you know, I could still find some love in it. There's love somewhere in there. I find it. Yeah. That man broke the shit out of this game, though. I'm so proud of the things he did. So proud. No. Neither of us have done something like that. I've had a year and a half at most. I think it was like 80,000 ducats. Something like that. I don't think it was 100, but I think it was pretty close. Pretty close. Oh, you meant a year? Yeah, I had a year and a half. I'm disabled, homie. I got plenty of time. Yeah. I predominantly play Warframe as a, hopefully a means one day to make a living. So, or this partial part of my living, I should say. So, it ain't nothing at the end of the day. We gonna be going, we gonna be getting it. That's how it is. I treat it as if it was an actual 9 to 5 I went to. 9 to... I don't even know anymore. I used to do 12 hours a day almost on average, so I mean... 9 to 9. Yep. Speaking, I might need to take a break here shortly. How long have I been going for? 2... I know I had to restart everything, and I had gone about 40 minutes there. My legs are going to be straight jello when I get up to go stretch. Oh boy, this is going to be fun. Okay. That's fine. Oh, we're at 50 hours. Celebrate. We're at 50. Woo! Okay. That's... I got another 50 hours to go, don't expect. What is this? I don't know, Jenny. I don't know. I decided how I ended up fixing the temperature problems that I told you about, Jenny. How you doing, by the way? Hope you and Fast are doing well. What I ended up doing with it was I flopped the computer around, had the side panel off, and then I stuck a fan blowing outward to pull all the hot air out. And now my temperatures are down to 98 for my CPU and 93 for my GPU, from 150 degrees for the CPU and 130 to 140 for the GPU. So, huge success on that. Huge success. Yeah. So I'm streaming over on YouTube and Twitch right now. I decided with everything I got going on, I'm not going to repeat again on that. You already know what's going on. With everything going on, I need to do everything I can at the end of the day. So, regardless of the past, my OGs know about it. That's all I'll say. It's worth a shot. It's worth a shot. I don't expect anything. I'm just here to document my runs at the end of the day, and then upload and mainly focus on build videos. So I figure if I can document to other places besides just YouTube, I'm gonna do it. Not TikTok. I kind of like that's where my line is. That new laptop I saw is nice. I'm glad you were able to get a good replacement. I really am. Unfortunate to see that you were still dealing with the same problem, more or less. Did you ever get that fixed, or are you gonna be still getting the capture card? They're relatively expensive. It sucks. Sucks. My capture card's ancient. It's not even made anymore. It's the original HD60. It's not even HD60S. Gonna be getting a card, yeah. Just $250 is absolutely absurd. I wouldn't be doing this if I actually had to do that. No way. No way. It's insane how expensive they've gotten. They used to be a lot cheaper, it's just inflation got to it, and the... Oh, I don't have notifications up for follow, so for anyone following, do thank you, or subscribing on YouTube and everything, thank you for that. But yeah, that's... I wouldn't be doing it otherwise, that's... Oof, that's rough. That's rough. You gotta make, that's a big decision you gotta make there. How dedicated are you to it? Especially with the fact that crossplay is gonna be coming out soon. You know? Like, that's another thing. It's like eventually you're gonna be able to just actually game on there and switch to PC with the same account. So it's like, do you really want to invest that? I mean, it does prolong lifespan on the laptop itself. It's going to be a lot less load on it, so it's something to think about. But at the same time, there's, you know, just switching to PC in general. I don't know how well keyboard and mouse does on the console, so at least with PlayStation. I know Xbox, it's decent. Oh, it's going to be on me. Put that over there. But yeah, that is something to consider on that. It'll greatly increase the lifespan of your laptop depending on how much you're going to be streaming and everything. It's going to be anywhere from 20 to 50% more lifespan. Cross save, cross play, cross save, whatever. All the same. I mean, it reached me, so you're doing, but bear in mind, all you watch is fashion channels, start rail, and a tiny bit of Warframe. Well, I'm glad you enjoy the content, Anna. I mean, that's the most important thing. And reach it for whoever wants to, it'll reach to. I don't expect anything else out of that. Zaku is actually one of the strongest frames in the game. Zaku level cap is like insanely easy. Insanely easy. Insanely easy. I think there's a little bit of problems possibly with like taking damage, but you have rolling guard at the end of the day, and you can use brief respite or something like that. Pillage or something. With the helmet system and the shard system and everything, Zaku was an amazing spot before all that. Zaku is absolutely ridiculous. Just saw this in the Discord. I'm a madman for doing this. Which Discord? Is it Jenny? What's up, bro? How you doing? I mean, this isn't as bad as the amount of time that it's take for the preparation on this. Like, Hogwarts is double save viable and such. Oh, nice, 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 nice. You do have to stream now, and every game is on PS5, is on PC. Yeah. That is something to think about. Hey, forgive me on that. So, I used to have a Discord server, but now not anymore. When I had quit content creation 2 years ago or something like that, I had deleted the Discord. I just didn't feel like having to monitor it. I didn't want someone coming in and scamming like my community and stuff like that, and I knew I wasn't going to be keeping on top of it, so I just made this smart decision. I could have probably went through all my videos and deleted the Discord URL in there with a lot of the old ones, but there's still run the risk of maybe a troll was already lurking about just waiting for something. I just didn't want to deal with it. And I'm usually on top of it when I actually have one, but yeah, I don't know if I'll do one again this time. I really don't. Between my motivational / workout content and this content, and kind of keeping up with all of that, I'm kind of swamped on that. I don't know if I have the extra hours to reliably dedicate to Discord keeping up with talking to people and everything. Yeah. Zaku's your favorite right now? That's a damn good favorite Warframe to have, man. Yeah. Don't stress about going to level cap, just go have fun. Have fun. Don't worry about it. Just wear a rolling guard and brief respite build with like something on the helmet that you really enjoy and is strong. And the frame is so ridiculously good. So good. Yeah, you have nothing to stress about. If you want like security with CC and snare is phenomenal because you can also use it on acolytes. It's one of the safest helmet abilities you can really use. So that would be my personal recommendation because Zaku's so already good on damage. You don't necessarily need the overkill. But you could just produce enough overkill to never need CC. That's another option that you have there, so. Zaku is so ridiculously strong. I don't have a build for Zaku, but I have seen enough of Zaku Endurance to know how strong that frame is. Insane how strong that frame is. Yeah, I think I already said this though, Jenny. Definitely pace yourself. Definitely pace yourself. Don't just go straight in if you don't actually mandatorily have to. Let's put it that way. Yeah. Especially when it comes to the spending money part. It gets ridiculous with streaming setups. Because it's become like streaming things have taken a very sharp decline on sales, like streaming accessories and such like that. But it's still in a pretty popular place, but because of the pandemic and everything, it really exploded, so it's very easy to spend entirely too much money. It's insane how easy it is. It is insane. I was very careful on actually doing that with how much I would ever spend. Hey, what's good, lady? How you doing? By the way, huge congratulations to you and Reaper. Unbelievable congratulations. Unbelievable. It's phenomenal. I was watching, I was just really trying to focus on, as you can see how many hours I've been in here. I've kind of been really trying, but I did hear it. That was phenomenal news. And I wish you all the best on that. I really do. Both of you. It's a very exciting and scary road, I can definitely say. Very exciting and scary. But I have good faith. I have good faith. Also, how are the pups doing? The puppy's doing good. And Ginny, how's the kitties doing? Forgot to ask about the fur babies. Do apologize. Always gotta ask about the fur babies. Are we in a dead point of oxygen? 83 from 50, and it took a while to loot. Yeah, it's kind of a dead point. Yeah, it is. The spawns have slowed down. Menacing as usual. As long as it's the good type of menacing. As long as it's the good type. Cats, when they get on that destructive menacingness, are absolutely terrifying. They'll just stare at you as they do something wrong. They don't even care. They don't even care. Although touching back Anno over on YouTube, whenever I do stream, definitely keep me updated on how your journey goes with endurance. I love hearing that stuff. I love hearing it. Definitely. I forgot to note about that when I was talking about the server, but definitely. This is quite often with streams. I have a fair amount of builds pretty much already done, so. As long as I'm not having to edit, you know, it's pretty much my little bit of downtime where I'll get to do trading, make some plot, and do some other missions and everything, run some test runs and all that. I might even just stream my test runs that I end up doing. And if they fail, they fail. I really don't care. I still want to do a lot of testing with gas. I have a weird feeling I could bring gas back with the right builds on frames. There'll be some dependencies on it, but especially with the new shard system coming out, I really feel like you could. If things live long enough. I don't know. That's a big if. It's one of the biggest things you'll need with bringing gas back, is you're gonna need armor stripping. You can do it without it, don't get me wrong, but it's just nowhere near as effective, and I don't find it worth it. I'm actually streaming over on Twitch, Campbell. That's what I meant earlier, by the way, Gamble. But yeah. What? What, Gamble? I'm on the Baker Silenced for that channel. That's all I'm gonna say, though. You go ahead and do with that what you want. But yeah, it's the other account. So. Unsilenced? Yeah. No, I didn't. No. No. That's forever gone, homie. That's forever gone. I just figured enough time's gone by. It's worth the shot given the circumstances. Plus, to be fair, they have about 6 to 7 emails from me based on what the problems were, so they already know. They knew that very early. We're here like 3 years later. I think we're alright. I was respectful. I waited a long time. Alright, my e-cig batteries died, so I'm gonna go ahead and replace them, and in the meantime, I'm gonna do a little bit of walking around too, because my legs are literally like jello. So, yeah, they are like jello right now. We have been sitting for about 3 hours, 4 hours in total. if not longer, because it was all me trying to figure out how to do the dual streaming. So, yeah. I'm gonna go stretch my legs a little bit before they fall off. The hydrating part I've been good with. I actually have 32-ounce mason jars that I drink out of. So, I have a good amount of water I keep next to me. And yes, thank you, Gandon, for the follow on me. Over on the Twitchiverse. I have been looking for you to refollow you because Twitch unfollowed me, and now that you finally said something, and it's there, I'm doing it. Everybody give me a moment here. We're doing it. Let me just put up the be right back. Let me go to the other PC here. Okay. Don't expect no fancy overlays or anything from me, to be honest. Don't expect any of that. I'm not putting that amount of effort into it. There we go. Okay. Alright. Alright. Officially done. Maybe they won't unfollow me. If I don't watch a channel for like a month, it just gets unfollowed. But you can't redeem it, bro. I don't have affiliate, so I don't have channel points. Yeah. You couldn't find me when searching? No, you can't. You can't. Yeah, my blacklist is pretty strong on Twitch still. It extends out. Oh yeah, I'm like blacklisted on Twitch. I don't expect nothing. I am so blacklisted. So blacklisted. It's fine. It's fine. The protest was so worth it though, man. I mean, like, I got all the problems fixed. I didn't get a trade suspension in my 35.5 hour. Like, it's fixed. The protest worked. All the people that supported with it. They're really the ones who deserve all the all the credit at the end of the day. I just risked a lot. That's all. They did a lot of the work. Anyways, I'll be right back. Very minor stretch there. Kinda thinking of maybe taking a little food break, get a snack in me maybe. I'm not too sure. I haven't eaten anything today, but that's been my driving force to keep me going. Works so damn well. Just tell yourself you can eat when you're done. When you're done with the day. It's like, okay. Focused, getting it done. We started the day at like 44 hours. We've gotten like 6 hours done in 7 to 8 hours, even with problems. So, it's going. It's going. Well, I may get some peanut butter filled pretzels. Might do that. A little bit of carbs. A little bit of fats, a little bit of protein, decent amount of sodium for water retention. It's perfect. Guess what? We're not AFK anymore, Baker. The hell wrong with you? And that damn be right back sound up like that. The hell you doing? I'll tell you. But I want to thank you all for staying around for the break, for those of you that did. And for those of you over on the YouTubes, definitely be sure to give the video a thumbs up if you haven't already. Subscribe to the channel. And also subscribe to my build channel, which you'll find in the description below. If you're over on Twitch, hit the little subscribe button if you haven't already. Having to get used to going all over the place with that. I'm having to pull back my memory bank here. Yeah. Definitely be sure to do all the little thingies with the thingies and the buttons and making them switch to something better. There you go. I did it. Advertised. Stellar. All good, lady. All good. All good. I hope that's a phone call of celebration and congratulating, or just something good. Don't need to really know, but I just hope it is. Definitely hope. It's her birthday? Oh shit, that's awesome. Wow. I'll put my happy birthday to her out into the universe, more or less. That's awesome. I'm hoping she's having a really good birthday. I love that. And to celebrate another year of life. That's good. I hope to many more. Many more. I hope she's had a good birthday too. That's always important. Why is this kill going so poorly? Can we talk about why you are not dying? If this becomes a trend because they hit another scaling of, oh boy, this could be fun. Oh boy. Oh, look at this excitement. I'm gonna see how this goes. Did your health jump? Did you make another don't you hit me. Listen. That is damn rude of you. Unbelievable. Yeah, definitely hope. Definitely hope that her birthday is went well. I had to re-remember what time it was over there. 7, 8 p.m. now? Yeah. I hope her birthday went well. I hope she had a good day and everything. I really hope the acolytes didn't get that much stronger. I kind of thought 4K was supposed to be the cutoff point and everything was going to be the same, but it might be the old 7500. Can you all come through? I'm just going to be patient, thank you. Jesus. Almost 51% done. Oh yeah. Under 40 minutes left, and we'll be 51% done. Yep. Yep. I'll look at it better for myself. Under 10 minutes, and I'll be 50.5% done. Oh hell yeah! That's the mindset right there. Oh yeah, that's exciting. You have to go make your dinner. Well, it's a good thing you make good food. It's a good thing you make good food. It teaches that little one what good food is before it even gets out of the room. Tell you. It's good to know all about the good food. Gonna we'll work on some things. Sounds good, Jenny. Thank you so. I don't have the bot set up here. I just have basic moderation going. I have to set up stream elements over here. My first priority was just making sure it worked before I put all the time into that. Yeah. It's just as you're doing, Jenny. I'm pacing myself. Definitely pacing myself. I don't want to throw work into somewhere where it's just not gonna be, like, worth it. $30, you only have 10 hours until you have 10 hours left. Exactly, Gavin. That's exactly it. In 30 hours, I'll only have 10 hours until I have 10 hours left. That's damn right. Damn right. Damn right. That's exciting. That's exciting. Under 2 days. Under 2 days. There. And then I'll only have 10 hours left of having until I have 10 hours left. Like, that's the sauce. That's the sauce. I can't beat that. How you gonna beat that? Unbelievable. I love it. That's the type of logic we need around here. That is the exact type of logic we need. You visited Georgia yesterday? Still have yet. I gotta watch your VOD. I was setting this all up. I was gonna do that while I was playing, and then I decided the whole streaming thing. How's Georgie doing? I haven't seen him in damn near 7 days. Oh god, I've been in here a while. How am I not insane yet? Oh god, you're not gonna take any. Okay, good. Blue boy died. No, don't you come near me. You stay right there where you belong. You could theoretically do primate. I don't think there's an end to survival. I mean, at some point the 32-bit system has to break. Just like the 16-bit used to at 14 hours. But you have to figure that multiplicative out. So that would be probably the end of survival, whatever that multiplicative is. Like, you can do that math, man, if you want. You can do that math. I ain't doing it. But that would be probably the current theoretical largest until a reliable 64-bit version comes out. Like Warframe actually upgrade their system to 64-bit. So until that happens, I don't know. If it was to throw a wild guess out, 20-something hundred hours? Whatever that kind of comes out to be. I'm just, like, my brain's kind of just throwing a random number out there based off of the fact that it's going to be multiplicative. I could be way under, or I could be a bit over. I want to say at least 1,000 hours you could go. As long as the game didn't crash. I don't know at what point going through that the game would start getting unstable though. I have I have 50 hours, 25 minutes, almost 26 minutes of experience. So. And how long the game will go off of what I do. Yeah. But I'm kind of nervous that I'm going to hit performance degradation and frame drops at the 75 like that person did, but I haven't gotten to see the full run, so I don't know if they did a lot of the things that I do. It's something that has to be, I would like to see, but I can't see it, unfortunately. I figured you would kind of know the multiplicative to that whole thing. You're really, really good with math, Ellie. I'm busting out the calculator any chance I get. I would have to assume probably. 32,767 hours? Okay, I was way off. Way off. I figured it'd be a lot more. I was throwing out a random number. That actually seems right. Yeah. Yeah, that would probably. So oh, never mind. Okay, I see what you're going by with that longer. 458,751 hours. If it's a 1-to-1 scale, which I would assume it is. These are coding limitations, so it shouldn't be anything but multiplicative the whole way through in scale on a 1-to-1 ratio. No, this also could be minutes, which I think would add up to the same thing. Because that's what I'm thinking it goes off of, and why I broke with the 16-bit was a minute-based thing. Because 14 is just a really low number. It doesn't seem reasonable, especially when the game counts in minutes for the time. That's a wild number, though. How many days is that? How fucking days is that? How many years is that? I didn't switch. The good thing it was just the weakest acolyte of them all, and I got a lucky stun on him, so he didn't do anything. Wow, that's a survival. It would be an unbeatable world record, I mean, if I did get it. But I don't know if I'm ready to dedicate that many years. So, 450... Oh, let me throw my Zenny Star. Oh, you're gonna come? Alright, there you go. You're just gonna... Are you dead? Okay, good, you're dead. Alright, stay there while I do maths on the calculator there. 8751 divided by 24 for days. What? 19,000 days? No, I'm not doing that. Never mind. I'm good. They don't ever have to worry about that system ever being touched. I don't think that's possible. I don't know if a computer would be able to stay stable that long. A computer itself. Like, I think eventually the lack of updates, it would just crash. So I think it's actually figuratively impossible to hit that cap because of reasons like that. You would have to get really lucky with your updates and never have to restart with them, which I don't foresee happening. And I don't even know what Warframe would Warframe even be around? Because I divided that number, 458,751 divided by 24 for how many days, for how many hours are in a day. And it was like 19,111 days or something. No. Someone probably has enough relics to do it though, somewhere in the world. Somebody's sitting on that stash. Not me. Not right now. I started at like 3,500 Neos trying to do this world record, and I'm down to probably about 1,500. Between all the failed runs that I've done in the past month. And one of them, I had a crash and I lost like 300 cracks worth of relics with that one. Or of prime parts. It was unfortunate, but it's life. You don't do this for the loot. You don't do this for the loot. This is so negative loot per hour. Not even funny. It's nice keeping the boosters up, I will say though. I like having a credit booster. My credit per hour really is trash. 39 mil in 50 hours. We're not even getting 1 million an hour. I think it's Grenier that dropped more credits, if I remember correctly. It was Grenier. Could be wrong, it could be Infested. I know Corpus dropped more mods and Endo. Get some shots of that. Glad everything's holding up. Temperatures are holding good. Everything's staying under 100 Fahrenheit, which is... what is that Celsius? 37, 35? Okay. That's what the currents are. It's pretty much everything's staying under 40 Celsius. I don't know about my gaming computer though. I'd have to check that one out. Where is my performance monitor on there? Where did you disappear to? Can we talk about this? I don't know where that went. I'd have to go look for it. I think the temperatures are fine though. This thing's never gone over like 115. The setup I have, so. Fahrenheit, I think it's like 42, 43 Celsius. I'll be wrong on that. My conversion on Celsius to Fahrenheit is god awful. I have to use Google every time, so. I don't know where it went though. It has definitely disappeared. I'll search for it later. Actually, I think I know what I can do. Just to get it pulled up really fast. Let me just toss this in there. You go in there, and you get refreshed there. And there you are. And performance monitor. Hello? Hello? No? Okay. That's fine. I'm going back to the game then. I'm not worried about it. Good times. Well, let me tell you. What you missed was like a bunch of times I ran forward and I hit my pool And then a bunch of times, these little things came in here with this different, larger health bar. It's really stupid. And they'd come in, and then they'd die. Like, it was crazy. It was absolutely intense. Let me tell you. Most intense gameplay I've ever had in my life. Oh, okay. Yeah, I know, man. Like, you missed the whole universe happening, you know? Like, I did this. It was crazy. It was crazy. I did that. And then I did what you saw before with the big health bar guy. I was like, damn. And then, like, every 5 minutes, this is probably the most intense part, I had this stupid countdown timer that I wish didn't exist. And then this other stupid countdown timer I didn't wish exist. Because this passively makes my run take longer. 5 hours longer, to be honest. And then I clicked on this stupid thing here. Because, like, they need to bring back the key system. No one likes relics. I want keys. I want my keys back. Yeah. Oh yeah, I know. It was intense. It was intense. Oh. Do I have a resource booster on too? Yeah, I do. Yeah, I got resource credit, resource drop. Plenty of days on them. Looking good on that. Looking good on that. Give you a little peek there. There you go. There's the steel essence. That'll give you an idea. I get 9 steel essence every 5 minutes. Because I get 8 from the Acolyte himself because of the resource drop, or the resource booster from Fisher's stacking with my normal resource booster. And then you get 1 steel essence every relic rack. So, after 85 minutes it was like that. I had to do maths in my head. How you doing though, side FPS? Keeping up with 2 chats is, it's not bad. It's not bad for how how light the chats are. I think if I had like 5,000 viewers on each one, you know, it'd be probably about 100 active chatters in each one. That'd be a bit of a different story. It'd be harder to keep up on. Because I was like 2 minutes late to that message over on YouTube. That'd be a bit harder. My wrists are starting to act up. Oh, yes, they are. I love it. Not really, but I love it. We're working on 7 hours in today, so... What am I thinking of for a gas build? I originally tried just like pure raw damage, because gas doesn't scale off of elemental damage anymore, at least from the Wicca. Could be fucking wrong. This is wrong. So much, it's dumb. I haven't tested it far enough, but I saw Az running a crit gas build, and I was like, huh, be interesting. I didn't get to see the build, I just saw it in action, and I was like, huh, that could be the thing I was missing. Which would be unfortunate, it wouldn't make any sense for it, but yeah. Yeah, gas is still really strong if you boost it correctly through all your stuff. Because mainly I'm also looking for it to kill acolytes well, which kind of puts a hindrance on it. But yeah, where Slash is. I thought so. I thought so. I thought so on that. Slash is good because it ignores armor, which makes sense of why I would have a lower multiplier at the end of the day. But gas can just... if you can armor strip, it's so strong. Yeah. Grouping is the main multiplier on it. That's why, like, you want to run some type of pull-in if you're running gas, because you want to get as much gas stacked on top of each other as humanly possible. I've gotten decent KPH with gas, even doing some, like, crush builds with mag. So, like 9,500 to 10k, depending on the room. Yeah. And then you have other multipliers on top of that. The only issue that I find when it comes to like using the faction damage is the fact that it can, if you can't get the acolyte stacked on top of the gas with all the faction damage, it ends up becoming a hindrance if you're going too high in level. But it's all level dependent, really. If you're not seeing like over 2,000, it's not really that big of a deal. Like 12, 1,500, it's reasonable to do still. But yeah, I'm thinking I'm gonna need a ribbon for it just for some status duration, because it's a passive way to increase the damage of it. I gotta figure out weapons and such though, because it's gotta be a ribbon worth it. I'm gonna need like at least 3 deposition on it, so I don't know exactly what I'm gonna be doing with all that. Because I don't want to use status duration mods themselves, because they don't give any added benefits. So if I can get a ribbon with status duration on it, it replaces that mod slot and then also gives you the additional bonuses. I know I am Gamble. That's why I'm saying these things. I love watching your science, man. I can't believe you released, what was it, an hour and a half video recently, bro, on one fucking thing. Like, wasn't it a frame? I haven't watched it yet. I think it was a frame. I know there was like 4 different play styles you were going over and stuff with it. It's just like, Jesus, man. But the reason why I was thinking with crit is because I noticed it does kind of fall off on acolytes if you just rely off of gas ticks. So I'm thinking maybe the crit will help excel it out a bit more when it comes to acolytes, and then it can make up for everything, and you'll be allowed to use like faction mods still and not have to worry. Yeah, it would all depend. That is something too I've been thinking about, like what is going to matter more there, you know? Are you going to be wanting to prioritize getting gas as high as humanly possible, or are you just going to worry about hitting hard and you let it kind of just scale naturally off of that? And if you kind of fall off on things, then, you know, then it just innately happens and gives you more stacks. Yeah, because you could just run Avenger with crit, with, what's it called? Combat Discipline for free crit, or even a Darza. So you don't need to necessarily mod for crit, you just need the crit damage to excel. I did see Az was running it with Hunter's Munitions, which is kind of an interesting prospect, depending on the mixture of mobs you're dealing with. Like Corpus, it could work really well, and it could prevent you from actually having to worry about armor stripping, potentially. because you could have the slash to kill the armored units and then have the gas ticks there for the non-armored units. Same thing with infested and all that. And then if you have like, you know, a good AoE armor strip, then it becomes, you know, fuel for the fire at the end of the day. That's what I saw Az doing. I was like, that's interesting. I was already in the middle of doing this, so I was not going to extract to do that. You take care, lady. Thank you so much for stopping by. I hope you have a good day. So Reaper, I said hello and congratulations. I need to get timestamps on there. Forgot to enable those. Well, don't do it. Okay, he's doing it. Rolling more, rolling more. Words are hard, words are difficult. Betting there's a Kuva/tenant that has innate heater toxin where you could, without modding. You know, heat? Probably could do something like that, yeah. I mean, tenant weapons are still my favorite weapons. Tenant and Kuva weapons. So I could definitely see it. Well, I know once the new shard system comes out, we'll be able to passively strip with corrosive, so you could set that up with, like, some type of, you know, primer, if you will, that you could just kind of lay down and let that just passively armor strip. This is a way you could run a gas corrosive. That's one thing I've been very interested in. I don't know if things will live long enough for that to be created. Maybe, depending on like what you use for a primer, you could potentially hit enough stacks fast enough. There's a lot of options out there anyways. But yeah. The extra stacks from the corrosive is something I'm extremely interested in. I like how they're actually figuring out how to make their damage types more viable so people can get away from using slash all the time without having to nerf slash, because that's what they've needed to do for a long time. They haven't needed to really nerf slash. Slash is in a good place and always has been. It's just everything else really needed to catch up with it appropriately. Noodles with veggies. Oh, nice. It's also Reaper's dad's oh, awesome. It's actually a damn good day over there. Damn good day over there. That's awesome to hear. Well, I hope he had a good birthday, and I hope he enjoys his birthday dinner. What's good, Chad? How you doing? They have confirmed that the corrosive shard can nice. Nice. I was hoping so. A lot of sitting in a fissure. That's what's going on. A lot of it. I'm over halfway done though with my run, so yeah. Oh, I actually misread that there. There is a question. Okay, you retyped it there. Like getting 14. I would have to assume at some point there will be a full strip allowed. I just don't know how many shards it's going to require. That's something we're going to have to wait and see. But you can just do the calculations more or less on how it strips right now in the way of like how many stacks it takes to get X amount of, you know, at the top I think it was an 80% reduction at 10 stacks. So you can kind of just go off of that, and that'll be able to give you a roughly good idea of how many stacks it'll take. But no, they haven't actually confirmed that it's going to fully strip, unfortunately. But from the looks of it, like, that's what they're aiming towards. I don't foresee why they wouldn't make it at least fully stripped then, because if they're going to... otherwise, there's no reason for us to want to use it, you know what I mean? Like, oh yeah, I get some extra stacks, cool. You know? Unless they're, like, planning for the fact that, like, if you fully strip, corrosive becomes worthless, so they're actually shooting for a true 99% armor strip, making it so that corrosive still has viability as a status to use on your primary gun. They could be doing that, you know, there is that option. So, there's a few different things. I'll be coming out with a video, 3000, on how I keep my computer running good for this and everything. The short answer is an immense amount of trial and error over the past 6 years of doing endurance. And I'm still learning, because DE still keeps coming out with new options that I have to learn my way around. My computer doesn't... This isn't Fahrenheit, of course. My computer doesn't go over 110 degrees Fahrenheit for the GPU or CPU. And then my host PC doesn't go over 100 degrees Fahrenheit. No liquid cooling either. But yeah. And then when I go to bed, I just minimize the game because I run on window full screen, or borderless full screen, or yeah, Windows full screen. And it just reduces it to a background program, so my temps go down while I sleep, or I'm locked away or something like that. So 14 stacks would be 104% armor strip. That makes sense. So you would probably be using 2 shards to get full strip. That makes sense. No, current record is 75 hours. He extracted due to performance issues. If you look up, I think if you type in Google 75-hour survival Warframe, it might come up. It's a Reddit thread, and you can see how terrible his frames were at the end of it. There's a lot you have to do, a lot. There's a couple things that I'm still currently testing to know because there are new options in the game. There's a lot, but that is one of them, yes. There's a certain things you set to low, more or less, and certain things you kind of leave a little bit alone. Sound like I'm dead? Well, I've been playing Warframe. I think we're all dead inside from playing the game, man. Too much of Steve and his pizza hat. And Rebecca wearing S&M clothing onto a live stream. So yeah, I'm pretty dead inside from that. Yeah. I'm just glad she's wearing a trench coat. But I've been doing this run over the course of 6 days now, 14 hours, so we're over 6.5 days. I've been taking care of myself. I guess you can't do this run in the summer. Mainly predominantly because Warframe is in a more unstable place in the summer. You want to do these runs whenever they make the announcement that they're not going to be releasing any more patches until their big final update of the year. That's the biggest reason why it's... I mean, besides the fact that it is winter and it keeps temps down and everything like that, it's also because it's the best time to run it, because the game's quote-unquote gonna be the most stable it can be, because they feel confident enough to not do any hot fixes or anything. Because they pretty much do this at the end of every year. They'll go through a very long stint of not putting out any patches. And that's like usually... I do use it. I use it for Acolytes. That's its only use, Acolytes. They take so long to kill that you're going to want to get long durations of CC on them. And it's the best CCing ability for Acolytes. Because it lasts the longest. At least to my knowledge, it lasts the longest. Because Acolytes are affected by half duration on all CC. Half duration and diminishing returns. Those two. How some abilities work and some do nothing. You and I both. You know, it's just some things work and some things don't is the best way. There's no rhyme or real logic behind it. I haven't been able to figure anything out in that type of regard. It's just kind of... I almost looted early. It's just kind of one of those things. It's annoying though. I do agree. Like, why can this CC ability work, but this CC ability can't? Come on. I think over time they've allowed a little bit more abilities and everything, but I could be wrong on that. I predominantly wish Acolytes would just scale faster. It takes 75 hours to see a level cap Acolyte. Roughly 75. It's like 73 to 75 hours. Depending on your Acolytes per hour. It's ridiculous. This is the highest I've ever gotten so far with Acolytes and everything. I think before starting the last month on trying to get this world record, 2,000 was the highest that I had before. Now we're getting close to 8,000. Just a good 10 levels every 5 minutes. 10 levels every 5 minutes. At least I'm glad it's 10 levels now. In the past, when they first started doing Acolyte scaling, which I think was like 6 months after Steel Path came out, because they used to stay at level like 125. But I think it was 5 levels per. Yeah. Oh yeah, it's my favorite weapon. I love the Plasmor. I love it. It is so strong on Mag. Mag's good with anything projectile based though. Plasmor is just really nice because it has just perfect enough spread to reach across the whole door. That's why I liked it in this particular room. Nothing can enter the door without getting hit, which is good. With some other weapons that are more single target based, you'll have that issue, as things will be able to run around you and everything like that, so that's going to be a long one. Alright, let's just let him do this one fast. I didn't want to put slow. I don't think I got any slow procs. Good. Okay, there we go. No armor strip. I use corrosive. Acolytes are weak to corrosive, so I get an extra 75% damage on top of whatever the armor strip does, which isn't too much, but mainly it's extra 75% damage to it for the faction or the armor type weakness. I tried to do an armor strip crush build, but I just couldn't fit it in appropriately with how I like to play, so I went against it. And you don't need armor strip on normal mobs when you're running slash. Yeah, as you can see by my elements there, I have impact slash, cold, electric, radiation, corrosive. So we have made it fairly spicy. The slash ignores armor, at least the ticks do, so it's not really needed. But because you can't stack more than 4 slash ticks on an acolyte, you have to worry about how to actually kill them effectively. Let's go to Reaper. How you doing, man? It's good to see you. Huge congratulations. Absolutely huge. You could see your smile through the face mask when you announced it. I'll tell you that much. It was awesome to see. It really was. I hope you're doing well, though, man. I hope you're doing well. I will miss your streams, but totally get it. Totally get it. You're making the smart option. I can say that much. And yes, I was lurking. I was watching. I was just doing this here. Ugh. Sitting in here for 100 hours takes a long time. I didn't guess it, but it actually takes 100 hours to play in the game. It's crazy. I never would have guessed. It takes 100 hours to do 100 hours. I don't know why I agreed to this to myself, but I did. I did. Alright, next reward. I'm going to take a little bit of a break here. I need to stretch. We're getting into the grind hours here. Oh, the heavy grind hours. I think I'm going on 8 hours today. I'm done. So, and then every hour you have to take 5% on, or add 5% onto that hour for how long it took me to crack the relics and select the relics and all that. So, almost done 9 hours. It's good. It's good. What's up, 3000? Thank you so much for that follow. You did an hour limbo. When did you do the limbo survival for an hour? Like, how long ago did you do that? Limbo's gotten a lot of shadow nerfs, is why I ask. Like, they didn't directly nerf him, but things they changed in the game nerfed him. It's really sad. Oh, man. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. He's in one of the worst states he's been in the game in a very, very, very long time. I think maybe even ever. Especially because of the Eximus changes. It makes it very... It made him very rough on him. Very, very rough on him. I'm sorry, that's a rough run. Like, he's still doable and everything, but they put him in a really bad spot and just straight forgot about him. It's like they didn't think about, like, what a lot of the changes would do to a lot of the frames. That slows them. That's smart. So when they actually do get in your rift, they're at a slower speed, so you have time to respond. That's smart. That's really smart. I can't say I blame you for that. I can't say I blame you one bit. You're definitely gonna want to slow or something to assist in some type of CC or something. That's a really rough run at the end of the day. Or before they get into the rift, they're slowed, I should say. Especially the Eximuses, it gives you the time to get the bubbles and everything. Did you, with that, did you run the active playstyle where you kind of adjusted based on where mob density was to have the most efficient bubble? And did you use the Rift Torrent, I think it's called? I don't know, the 3 augment to increase damage. Did you use that? If you didn't use that augment, I would highly advise you use that augment and then go back in. You're gonna see a massive damage boost. Oh boy. When you catch that right in the bubble with the right amount of mobs in there, it's the easiest damage cap in the game currently. Oh man, that's... When you do. Otherwise there are, I think, a bit easier ways to consistently hit damage cap, but that's just one way to kind of mindlessly hit damage cap. Augment they use plus Wisp. A Breach Surge Limbo. Yeah, okay. Okay. My homie Laddie the Lady runs has run Breach Surge Limbo before, and they were intense on it. You want updates to the old ones? I'm iffy on the Hydroid update. Part of it's good, part of it's bad. I hate the 4. I hate what they did to the 4 because I don't have my puddle anymore. Like, I wasn't a puddle mover. I like puddle because I could mod for range, but I didn't have to worry about my tentacles going everywhere. And I could have max cast on it and have the most tentacles out in the range that I wanted to really have it. That's what I liked about it. But I think his range, like they made the scaling on his 4 with range, like they made it scale a little bit too far in my opinion. Just my opinion though. At least to make like other like everything else in this kit and other like Helmuth abilities work to good effectiveness. This is coming from a level cap perspective, this isn't coming from everyday. If we're looking at everyday play, the rework on Hydroid was the best thing to ever happen to him. He's fucking crazy good for everyday play. But level cap, it starts to become a bit of a problem. But he's so fucking good for everyday play. So good. Yeah, there's a lot of frames out there that they need a particular amount of love. And that even goes from new to old frames. There are just some old, like even new frames they released, they're not left in a good spot, either because the reworks that they did on the frame really didn't actually, like it made it lose what made the frame. And that's like a huge problem, you know? Or because they were released at a different time in the game and when the game was a different game, so it just doesn't work with where the game's at today. especially with the capabilities of the engine. We just hope that in time they'll get to it. Sadly enough, they don't have a really big team to work on reworks. So, from what I can gather, it looks like it's just like if Pablo gets a good idea about what he can do for a frame, then he'll work with the team to make something happen. Which is unfortunate. I do hope they find some more talent that reaches on the same wavelength as what they feel is needed for the game. For, you know, because they do run the full, they have all the statistics of all the most used frames and abilities and guns and all that type of stuff, so. The quickest way to damage cap with guaranteed player chosen target is a ballistic bullseye eclipse mesa on a weapon with multiplicative damage. Huh. Yeah, that makes sense, actually. Eclipse is so damn strong, so I could see that. Eclipse is such a strong ability. Eclipse is base damage, correct, Gamble? I believe so. I believe it was base damage. But it's still so strong with the percentages it gives, especially if you can still adjust your lighting settings in your game to increase the damage buff. You do Zephyr. Zephyr's always been a phenomenal frame. Zephyr's always been a phenomenal frame. She has always been just so good. Even way back in the day. It was niche with her, like a really niche use, but she was just so good even. Especially the old Lenka Zephyr against Corpus. That one was actually really, really, really good. With the augment for flying, or for the electric on flying. Breach Limbo does war crime level damage, but you can't pick the target. Yeah, no. You can theoretically kind of pick the target, but it degrades over time, so you get like a priority list, and it slowly degrades as you kill. But the weapon makes the bonus multiplicative or additive. Oh. That's interesting. I actually didn't know that, thank you. I don't run Mirage, like, even before Helmuth came out and all that, I just didn't run Mirage too much. So. It's good to know. Good to know. And I'm a pull main when it comes to Helmuth, so I'll slap pull on anything. I love me pull. I haven't really, besides Roar, I haven't really experimented much with the damage abilities on Helmuth. I love pull, especially with the changes they made so everything just collapses in front of you. Oh, it's just so nice. Eventually I'll research more into damage and stuff like that. Yeah, I love pulling loot, and I love pulling mobs. I just love pull. We got pull the whole earth. If we could pull the tile set closer to me, so I could find rooms easier, I'd do that even. Pull the whole damn tile set to me, straight from extraction all the way back to the start. Just pull it all. Reduce the size of the map. You like Banshee, but not at high level stuff. Banshee play at high level is really, really annoying. Especially solo. It's stupidly annoying. I've done a 12-hour with her some time ago. I forget how long ago that was. I have a build video for it up, if I remember correctly. That was a very long time ago. Not very long, just some years ago. But yeah, a very annoying play. Very annoying. Like, to get the overkill that you want with Banshee, it makes it annoying, but you can run like a max duration, max range, what's it called? Sonar build with the augment, and what you can do is just rely off of the spread from that to constantly keep increasing damage, and with max range you pretty much never run out of stacks. And you only have to like cast 3 times a minute or something like that. That does help. She lacks in CC with her 3 because it conflicts with the rest of her builds if you want to have that as a good CC. I feel like he's gonna get that off. Yeah. What are you doing? Why did you just smack me in the face? Stop it. I love shield gating. You had to run pillage on her to survive. I could see that. I could definitely see that with the shield gating and everything. I used a Czar, and I just kind of had the CC help me along with that, and then my usual the Spectre. Looks like my Osprey's dead, and my big guy. Okay. Let me just get that out there really quick. Pop that on. Oh, I really hope you're gonna stay. It depends on the situation, but he's a good Spectre. I like him because I get extra crit damage through his shields, I get free electric procs, and it's a damage absorption based on duration, which it's up about 80-ish% of the time. So it just adds a fair amount of utility. But depending really on your playstyle and all that will depend on your best Spectre usage. Niduses are still phenomenal Spectres for free ability strength. You have Rhinos for a free 30% overall extra damage. Trinity for really good mana or energy regen if you're, if you can't run Energize or something like that. Horror works good for a temporary immunity plus crit chance bonus randomly. Yeah, there's a lot of good Spectres out there. It's really just about playing around and figuring out. If Necros actually used his 3, he'd probably be the best Spectre. Yeah. But it holds him back because he just doesn't use enough of his abilities to be a good Spectre. Yeah, those frames that I listed before are some of my favorite Spectres to use. Mag would theoretically be a good one, but she just doesn't cast her bubble often enough. And it's too small of a default radius to really, I think, to work as well as it should. Yeah. I'll do that. I was actually just about to get myself ready for that, so I looked at the time and I was like, hey, I wasted like 20 minutes. Nice. I spent 20 minutes. Didn't take the break I said I was going to. And I'll give you guys a quick little look at the loot. Relics will stay the same, don't ever expect them to change. After 21.5 hours, I don't get any more of those. Same with Aya, of course. And then kills aren't what they actually are. Every 65.5 and change K, this resets back to 0. So don't ask me how many times I've reset it already. I have no clue. I want to say probably 4 to 5 times already. Like, I know I have well over 200,000 kills in this run. Probably have somewhere closer to like 300,000 to 400,000. But we're gonna go ahead and take a little bit of a break here. I'm going to get some meds and may stretch my legs and all that, and yeah, I'll return when I am done there. As always, cannot thank you enough for those of you that have come around, chilling, lurking, talking in chat, all that kind of good stuff. If you haven't already, and you're over on Twitch, hit the subscribe button. It's the only thing I have to say there, so I can move on to YouTube there, fortunately. And so I don't forget anything. And if you're on YouTube, definitely be sure to hit the follow hit the follow button if you're on Twitch, hit the subscribe button if you're on YouTube. I got them mixed up. Here we go. And if you're on YouTube as well, be sure to definitely hit that thumbs up button. But so kind of thank you all enough for chilling around and all that kind of good stuff, and we'll see you all when I come back.
Towards the future you can't bear. You've become a cynic, self-defeating and frozen to the core. When you wake from this coma, I'll be here. I just want you back from the dead. Light the matches, just light the matches and start the fire, start the fire. You feel something again, 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 again.
Alright, everybody, I'm back. I do want to thank you all that did stay around for the break. We're going to do roughly probably up to the next hour point, and I'm going to end off for the day. I am pretty mentally drained from all the troubleshooting I had to do today, getting all this set up, so kind of easy life there. Been streaming now for a total of 9 hours, if not a little over, so by the time we finish up here... Oh, did I already hit the... Oh, I hit 51 hours. I thought I was still working towards 51 hours. I was actually planning to have it 51 hours. So I had like 30 minutes left. Oh, that's real. Okay. We'll go up to the half-hour mark. Go to the half-hour mark. Let's get a little bit more done. And I'm going to take a bit of a mental break. Get myself some good food. Probably pass out early, so I can wake up nice and early and get back to grinding on this with less troubleshooting this time, so it will be significantly easier. I actually had to reinstall XSplit and everything, like set all that up. It was a whole thing. Had to rearrange my computer this morning even. Plug that whole thing, replug it back in. It was a whole operation. Worth it. So worth it though. I was very happy to be able to figure it out. And then Danny found the capture card after I accidentally woke her up talking to myself a little too loud trying to find it. Sorry, Danny. Sorry. I am sorry. I ended that stream because of all the malfunctions over on YouTube. Oh man, the audio and everything sounded and looked so bad. I was just like, oh, I gotta find it. It was because I was using teleport / NDI, either or of them. I tried both because neither of them worked well. So, I don't know if that's just because I'm running off of Wi-Fi or exactly what it is. I'm gonna probably guess that's what it is, and it's one of those things where it works best under hardline conditions, or really only works under hardline conditions. Yeah, I know. That's okay though. It happens. I know. You know, at least you knew where it was. I was in the process of tearing out the whole apartment, and all of a sudden she was like, "It's here," and I was like, "Oh, I forgot I had put it in the bedroom. I didn't want to enter the bedroom because she was sleeping, so." My brain was like, it's gotta be somewhere else. There's no reason you would put it there. So I was going through all the boxes of computer stuff. So I have a lot of extra spare computer stuff. Not so much spare parts-ish in the way of like real hardware, like graphics cards and all that. But more like just a lot of basic stuff, wires and all that, extra mice and keyboards. Yeah. You still figured it out faster than I did. So that's what counts. What would that be? This is a 30-minute mark in here. 60, so it'd be 90? 90? Yeah, okay. We got like 15 minutes. That works fine for me. And then go relax my brain for a moment. Or for a bit. A nice sleep in, come back to this all strong. I want to say in total, everything, I think, with streaming and everything, it's been 12 to 13 hours that I've been trying to figure everything out and all that. It has been one hell of a time. It was well worth it. Well worth it. It'll be so good to eat. Oh boy. I have been hungry for... Don't stop with your nonsense and you need to die. Okay. I wanted to make sure those rounds were going right to him and nobody else. Okay, Vault. Whenever you want, you can put down a new shield. Whenever you want, buddy. You can just... Come on. Yeah. No? Yeah. What? What? Are you questioning my English? Questioning the words? What, is that what you're doing? You cast your thingy of armor so I can roll. Oh, I thought I had my time off of my rolls slightly. Question everything? Huh. Okay. Huh. Question away. Question away. Oh. I am so dead mentally. Oh boy. This is hitting. It is hitting. The streamer got them twops. Oh. The streamer. You know? I mean, if you know, you know. That's one of those things. If you know, you know. I miss those days. I miss those days. Man, do I miss those days. Those are some good days. Oh man. Those are some damn good days. I'll tell you what. I'm just so happy this host species is holding up, I tell you. Alright, so happy. It's a good thing. It is a good thing. Everything is ancient and it runs off of hamsters and gerbils and all sorts of various types of rodents. But it's okay. They're damn good rodents and they just squeak along. I'm so proud of them. I'm so proud of the rodents. Let's just do a security loop. Acolytes can take a while. Oh no, don't get in the way of me casting. He got in the way, and now here he is doing the thing with the shooting and... Oh, and we lost her. Why are you aiming at Jin? Listen. Listen. Stop aiming at Jin. In fact, I'm gonna stand behind you. What do you gotta do now? Oh, you're gonna shoot me? That's actually unfair. Where'd you go? Okay, you're over there. Alright, cool. Oh, silly acolytes. Silly acolytes.
Say you need to go find yourself. What if you stay this time? Won't you stay? Baby, won't you stay with me? We can find a way. You just make me feel happy. Won't you stay? Stay with me. Let's see. I can see the way you knew. Please don't be afraid. I can see the right where it's you. We can find a way. Stay with me and let's see. Baby, won't you stay?
I think I've been running this mission for too long. I'm slowly starting to realize I'm having too much fun with acolytes at this point. I don't know if that's probably gonna result in a death at some point. That can only go so far. But, you know, it's okay, because we'll enjoy it while we can. You know, that's the important thing, is we'll enjoy it while we can. Won't we, won't we just enjoy it while we can? Just enjoy the show. Oh Jesus, oh Jesus, now I gotta, oh. Come on. No. Jen, do your job, damn it. Alright. Alright. A little bit of spiciness. Kind of pick up the beat there. Let's get an instant res on Jen. There we go. Alright, everything's fine. Everything is fine. Alright. Alright, let's try that again. You ready, Jen? You fucked around and found out? I did. I'm about to do it again. Hold up, meditate. Alright, let's do this, buddy. Just watch the results. There we go, that's better. Alright, let's go ahead and end that. Let's actually have good timing there this time. Alright, now we're okay. Everything's fine. I have just been playing this frame for way too long. Oh man. I have 9,000 hours in the game, but 2,500 of those hours are this frame. Oh boy. I guess I'm a mag main. I guess. I don't know. Let's see. Are we a mag main? Vault? Vault is still my highest frame? Why? How is that even... What? How is this even... Oh, because I never got Prime for Vault. So it's like a combined amount there. Yeah, yeah. Damn, look at that. Damn, Eidolons, yeah, yeah. Eidolons and cracking relics. Eidolons and cracking a lot of relics. A lot of relics. Used to do a lot of speed running for cracking, so that was definitely a thing there. I liked Vault because it was just easier for me to control. I was terrible at Titanium. And Nova, let's just not even talk about that. Okay. That's good, thank you. What about Goss? I don't know, I'm an old school player, I kind of stick to my original things. Goss just looks like I'm going to be running into walls. I can, for the most part, move pretty well in Vault. Don't really do it too much anymore. Try to just sit in one place and enjoy that place. Oh yes, good, we got an easy kill. Easy one, look at that. Oh, just right at 7,600. That's what you get. Next one's gonna summon the damn things and they're gonna be annoying to me. I already know it. I don't know how to actually fix, like, make that not happen. I think it's just a damage-based thing, and it's just awkward timing. Bubble ends pretty much right as he's, like, spawning in. And oh, my YouTube is buffering. That's fun. Alright, I guess we're gonna go ahead and just end off here, because YouTube wants to buffer. I don't exactly know why. Is it fixing? It's fixing itself. We're gonna go ahead and end with just the fact that it wants to start doing that. I'll figure that out. I'll figure that out off stream. But yeah, we're gonna end off here. We are at 385, so 51 hours, 25 minutes. That's where we're sitting at. That's a good little place to end there. Yeah. As always, I want to thank you all for coming around, chilling, all the goodness, stuff like that. Be sure to do all the steps over on YouTube to help the algorithm. We've all been over there long enough. We know what the algorithm support is. Do all that kind of pretty stuff. If you're over on Twitch, definitely be sure to hit the follow button. I will be streaming more often here, especially while doing this run. After the run, I will be making a build video, which you can find over at the Baker's Science over on YouTube is where I'll be posting it. So you can go ahead and subscribe on over there so that you can see the build video when it comes out and everything. After that build video comes out, I won't be streaming for a bit until I am working on my next run. I'll only be streaming my runs, so definitely be on the lookout for all of that kind of goodness. We got this for a good while longer though. Tomorrow we'll get in a lot more time and all that kind of good stuff. But I do want to thank you all for stopping around and all that, and I do hope you all take care. Stay safe, stay humble, be open, and as always, never stop searching. Peace, everybody.